Hey, welcome Twitch and YouTube. Don't worry, I'm just 5 minutes late to this challenge. I wasn't gonna not stream this one though. 6 minutes, okay. I'll go over the list, the first in-between round break. But yeah, let's try this. If I remember correctly, I think this opponent was the finals opponent when I won the challenge a couple weeks ago. They were on ban control at the time. If that's the case, this hand is okay. Like, the first Cloudpost is critical against them, but I probably don't expect these Reclaimers to live very long. I also have to update the Cardboard Live deck list. There is a slight variation in this version I'm playing here. Too bad we didn't draw that first. Let me find if this gets forced. Oh, my Twitch chat. I need to get that up here. Sorry, chat. Nobody is expected yet. That's what happens when you start 5 minutes late. Oh, Retrofitter Foundry. This is a little bit different then. It's not ban control necessarily. I'm gonna fire off Once Upon a Time. I really just need to hit the land drops here. Sweet. Cloudposts. That was a rare time where I chose not to activate Reclaimer with my mana. Mostly just needed to find land. That's not bad. Do the same thing on Cloudpost. And Kozilek next turn. Sweet. This implies Urza Saga. Hopefully they don't have Wasteland, but it wouldn't be entirely surprising if they did. Hey, Shredder. There's actually some pretty significant, or one significant change at least, and then some slight variations. I will talk about it in just a second. I'm trying an old classic that I played a long time ago and then didn't play for a while. And now just giving it another shot. And I'm updating Cardboard Live at the moment too. Hey, how's it going, Sir Chow? That was a good draw at Eye of Ugin. It seems like a great... I love when these are like the kind of round ones you get handed. So yeah, so I'll go over these changes real quick here. You might remember this card from the Hatred of Blue Players. Elves makes great use of it. The #1 jumpstart card, Allosaurus Shepherd. And I'll explain the reasoning more of what I wanted to experiment with today. It mostly has to do with the sideboard. But yeah, I'm giving this another shot today. Basically, this is replacing the Endurance that was main deck before. And then, essentially, in the 75, I cut the Mindbreak Traps entirely to essentially fit a Shepherd, the 4th Endurance, and 2 Veil of Summers. And yeah, I'll go over this more in depth later. But I kind of wanted to just switch up the combo hate a little bit. See if we can have more game against Omnitell and Doomsday with this Shepherd and these pitch cards. But yeah, I got started like 6 minutes late, so currently the priority is just setting up cardboard live and playing this round out. I'm going to just treat this like it's Bant Miracles. Bring these cards in. This is a dilemma I was had deciding to play Veil of Summer, is if we'd have too many cards to bring in against blue decks. If this is just like a waste of the spot. I don't think I want Veil of Summer for this kind of a matchup, but I could be wrong. Let's see. These... Even Bog might be fine still. Crop rotations, Excavator. Maybe just a couple of Reclaimers. I guess I'll bring Tabernacle in. They might have like Mentor. Oh, they definitely have like Construct tokens. Let's try that. And let me just set up Cardboard Live. Sorry about the late start, everyone. We got a good match round one. I'm always happy about that. This is our opponent in the finals when I won the challenge a few weeks ago. And Sand seems great. I don't think you have Wasteland. Let's just start deploying Cloudpost. Watch them make me eat my words. There's the new hot shit, Urza Saga. Okay, they might have Wasteland then, if they have Standstill. If they don't, we have a nice route to victory. Yeah, let's just play our lands out, make them have the Wasteland. I feel like it works out like this so often, where we just get a great matchup the first round of the challenge. Love it. We're looking at turn 5 Emrakul, if it all goes according to plan. Just play a nice, relaxing game of Magic. Let's play some lands. Enjoy this nice Saturday. Really hope they don't get Pithing Needle and then name Eye of Ugin, but I bet they probably will. I know I could copy their Saga with the stage, but that's not going to do much for me. That's stupid of me. Oh well. I mean, I'd rather the name stage and not Eye of Ugin. Hey, what's up, Kai? I actually had they got some food at our work. I actually get off done with work on Fridays at like midnight. And I just stay up usually for this challenge. How's it going, man? I might go get breakfast with family if this challenge doesn't go super well. It's 4:15 a.m. in Arizona where I live. 8 p.m. Nice. It's the start of the night out in Japan. Just watching some of my stream before you go out and hit the clubs. Morning, SCW. I love when you guys show up at the start of my stream. Easily like the best part of this, my favorite part of the stream. Very beginning. Oh yeah, I've been doing this for like a year or so. I'm just like so excited once my weekend is starting. Got to keep the streaming train rolling. I thought for a second, like, oh shit, is another Pithing Needle happening? I just like skip it. If I scrub out, I'll probably just go to sleep. But it's not gonna happen today. We can have some fun, experiment with some new cards. Hole Breacher. I'm just like half paying attention to this game. Okay, Cardboard Life should be good now. I really hope they don't Days Undoing. That'd be annoying, but I think they just have too much of a clock to survive that. I don't know how long I was muted, but I was gonna say, I hope they don't Days Undoing here. That'd probably be the worst thing. Let's just get Ulamog. Especially because Kozilek won't draw his cards. We're gonna play Glimmerpost as the land. And I think we just hit the creatures. Holverture and a Construct. Makes the most sense to me. I don't think we care about this needle at this point. Here's the card I was experimenting with today. I used it once before. And wasn't sure about it then, but I have high hopes for it now. Alright, let's just play this Ulamog here. I'll explain more after the round. Yeah, we lose if we play combat damage, so let's just kill the threats. I guess I'll play this map out as well. This is the best, like, round one opponent type of matchup to have. Exactly. Okay, so now I can finally get to explaining the list. So, yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome to a Saturday challenge that thankfully is 1-0 so far. Oh yeah, so I played Shepherd like at some point last year when it finally or when it first got released. What's up, Jim? You're still up? Probably about to go to sleep. Oh hey, Mohika. Yeah, I'm glad you could see a live stream. But as always, the streams will be recorded and go up to the YouTube channel. Just had lunch. Nice. We are a world community here on the Into Play Twitch stream. So yeah. So the only main change is this Shepherd in the main deck. Oh, nice. Let me just put you into a nice, relaxing sleep while I, like, talk on and on about this deck for the next... I feel like that round went quickly. Yeah, there's a lot left. Yeah, so Shepherd is the main deck. This is basically in place of the Endurance that was here before. And then I just kind of wanted to mix up the combo hate, just try something slightly different and see how it plays out. I cut the 4 Mindbreak Traps, ultimately to add a 4th Endurance, these 2 Veil of Summers, and then the Shepherd main deck. It's like the swaps that happened. Shepherd, I always saw it as especially good for the like Omnitell matchup. Basically, the plan is to get this out and make our Force of Vigors our most relevant card in the matchup, uncounterable, which I do remember it like marginally improving the Omnitell matchup at the time. But now, like, my thought for Shepherd these days is basically to do the same thing with Endurance against Doomsday. Since we now have another green card, or finally a green card, that answers one of our other worst matchups. So yeah, it's just a little nice addition that hopefully will improve some of the worst matchups we have. These Veil of Summers are essentially playing to the redundancy that Shepherd gives, kind of to do the same thing. This typically to use Veil of Summer, you need a good amount of green mana to like cast the Veil and then play like a Green Sun or a Crop Rot after. But since we have these pitch spells that don't require mana, it's actually pretty easy on the green. So yeah, we'll see how that goes though. I feel like not having the Mindbreak Traps will weaken us to some random like fast combo like Oops All Spells and like the Red Storm if we play against it. But this card will just also guarantee us a turn against like Ant if we happen to encounter that. Dryad Arbor, it's definitely like a valid consideration, but I just don't think it's worth it in the deck. Anytime I have a Green Sun, I would just prefer to wait like a turn and just get a Reclaimer with it rather than get the Dryad Arbor mana. And plus I just hate drawing like Dryad Arbor, drawing into it. But it's like seems like a valid choice to if you wanted to mess around with this deck. Yeah, Endurance, that's true, Nishim. Yeah, I don't know how to evaluate Endurance thus far yet. Like, my hope is that it'll improve the Delver matchup a ton, like the way it does for Band Control. But I admit, like, it doesn't always play out that way. Like, it's sometimes difficult to cast this card against Delver. Yeah, the issue for this deck is just having that second green source. Like, luckily they're coming in alongside the Carpets out of the board against Delver. But even then, it's definitely not a guarantee. Also, just like answering Doomsday, like having something against that deck, it just feels like such a step up. Like, it's finally just a little bit winnable now, instead of completely impossible. It's mostly impossible, but not completely. Yeah, I prepared a little stupid little graphic here. These are our worst combo matchups. I consider them the big three. Doomsday is ultimately like the worst. And then somewhere in second place is either Ant or Omnitell. Don't know which the second worst one is of those two, but they're all miserable. These are the matchups that I like just feel like we don't have sufficient answers or ways to fight against them. So I'm hoping that this Shepherd plan will essentially supplement the Endurance and Force of Vigors for Doomsday and Omnitell, respectively. I feel like Ant is definitely going to get worse without the Mindbreak Traps, although Veil is just kind of like an answer against that deck. I don't expect the decks to be vastly improved by any means, but it's worth a shot, worth trying out. Yeah, Omnitell is a terrible matchup. I don't know if that one's worse, and just like always having your important shit get countered, or if Ant just always removing your like Mindbreak Traps from hand is worse. They both can easily fight through like the hate that a mono green deck like this could muster. Really, Slasher? That's surprising. You were on like Snoko for a while, I remember. Band Control is pretty good, I hear, these days. I hope people continue to play that deck. Basically, whenever like a blue control deck is good, this deck can thrive as well. That's not a bad idea, Marcus Swalt. Chalice on Zero. Maybe if it's not too narrow, it might be worth trying. I do like how it's like a preemptive kind of piece as well, rather than just having like all of these cards that have to be in hand. Really, Slasher? My bad. But challenge top 8, that's like nothing to feel bad about. I have defeated many a blue control player. Kozilek. I prefer the old Kozilek. This one just always... This one plays to the board better, in my opinion. Annihilator makes it like a threat. Plays to basically what this deck is ultimately trying to do, to dominate the board. And the shuffle trigger is like also not to be underestimated as well. But I think either Kozilek would be a fine choice. Definitely play one of the two Kozileks before Emrakul Promise End. I think Promise End's the worst one. But yeah, what you play, I just like having a third Eldrazi besides the two staples. And I don't really want like a second Ulamog, because Ulamog's not always what I want at that point. Like sometimes you just need that little bit of gas, or like that way to find Glacial Chasm to keep you alive. And I like having like a draw card, like a Kozilek, for that role instead. Marcus Wealth, put it on 1. Yeah. I mean, we could play it with our Shepherd now. Our needles and our maps would get countered, but we could secure our crop rots and reclaimers through it if we really wanted. Man, I really, like almost 10 years ago when I very first played this deck, the SCG Open that I won, I remember like there were like Chalice of the Voids and like a whole bunch of shitty cards in my sideboard. Like, it was definitely not a tuned sideboard by any means, but I was still able to get the job done. I don't know why I would have played Chalice in a deck that had like Brainstorms and Tops. But it just goes to show you that like you don't have to have like the perfect list. You can still like win a tournament even without that. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Just have some sort of hate that you deploy ahead of time, like Chalice. I was also thinking for Chalice, I know this is kind of a narrow usage, but against stuff like the Chain of Smog combo that we're just so cold to, even just setting it at 2 is like, feels like a decent thing to be able to do in like a matchup like that, where we otherwise like have no other ways to fight it. Yeah, it's not a bad... Trinisphere is not a bad suggestion either. Any kind of like combo hate piece you decide, like, it's a pick your poison kind of decision. It's probably not going to save you, but everything has like their pros and cons. Like, especially for playing online where the lists get posted all the time, I like having just the like spells that stay in hand so they don't know for sure if you have it at the time or not. Oh, damn, Jim. That's a hard one to say. What about that Loam deck? That list looks pretty sweet. Probably just Delver, though, honestly, if you're looking to win. I feel like if you want to win at Legacy, Delver's a good choice. Thorns, that's not a bad idea either, Slasher. I had Sphere of Resistance in previous lists, but it's just one of those things where you just hope they don't have like their Abrupt Decay or their Abrade, and they're just planning to use like discard spells. Like maybe someday I'll just switch it up entirely and play like Sphere effects instead of like instants that sit in hand, but it's just, this is a pretty like minor change. Just kind of curious to see how we'll do against some random combo decks we might face. Playing like leagues online, I feel like I faced all of these kind of recently. But luckily I feel like we dodge them in these challenge events more than I see them a lot less in here than we do in leagues. Blue-Red Prowess. That's just a Blue-Red Delver, right? Oh damn, endurance is that big of a problem. I knew the card was good, but that's crazy that it's that impactful for Delver. Yeah, I really want to be able to make this endurance card work for me. Like, when I do get to actually cast it, it's incredible. Like, it's a moat against Delver. But, like, I struggle to find, like, the green sources. Like, sometimes it's hard to just get, like, the first green source. Like, this is a known weakness of this deck. But I feel like if I can get the endurance plan to work, could potentially, like, shore up the Delver matchup pretty good. So, yeah. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. I feel like I haven't arrived at, like, a final list yet. It's still in the tuning phase. This new meta. Yeah, I love these Saturday challenges, how the rounds go pretty quickly. Oh, I should update the title. Shit. Who's in this tournament? Slasher, you didn't have to, like, sign up for this one, did you? No, doesn't look like it. Nice, Kai, you won yours. I hope I don't play you, but maybe we'll play in, like, the finals. Be pretty sweet. Yeah, I'm actually really enjoying Legacy right now. This is just kind of like my deck's bias, but I kind of hated it right after the Oko bans, but before Modern Horizons 2. It's definitely a worse meta for Post. Fucking Chain of Smog. I hate that combo. Nice, Onion Lotus. Yeah, actually next week is our first, like, big local Legacy tournament. That's what my friend Panhango is talking about. I know what I'll be playing. It's something pretty predictable. I would like to find I need one more foil endurance if I want to play 4 of them. I definitely want to pick a 4th one up at some point. I actually ordered my, like, Yavimaya and 2 of my 3 endurance from ADG, like, last week. I just haven't been to the store to pick it up. I'm busy with work. Just completely forgot about it. Yeah, it's a decent looking tabby. It makes me sad that, like, this card is so inaccessible now. Like, it was always been expensive, but, like, it was definitely a card that you would find in, like, lands decks at, like, in multiple, like, tournaments. Oh yeah, the fucking pre-release ones. God. It's annoying how they make, like, 10 versions of every card immediately now. I don't like the pre-release ones. I don't like that random date that's just on there. But now they have, like, etched foils and full border and what the fuck. Just going for old or just, like, regular new border foil, I guess, in this case. OG foils. Oh, nice. Lands. Yeah, Reserveless sucks. It always just, like, will cap actual paper magic forever. Like, in our Arizona series, we are allowing proxies, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, exactly, Onion Lotus. There's already, like, a new set that came out. Oh yeah, I guess we could talk about spoilers. I'm not really feeling the Dungeons & Dragons set, to be honest, but I haven't checked the spoilers in a few days. But yeah, we just got a hugely impactful set in Modern Horizons 2, and now it's immediately, like, another set. You have to, like, roll, like, d20s and stuff. It just seems like they're trying to force, like, overly complicated, like, mechanics. It doesn't really need to. I don't know, I just don't like it. IMO. Oh, wait, this card looks sweet though. You may play a card you own from outside. Like, so do you just reveal it from your sideboard, or you just play it immediately from the board? That's kind of cool. Play a land. It's not a bad idea. Play a card. Yeah, this will definitely be, seems legacy playable. It's an automatic staple. Gotta start splashing red for it. Supposedly, like, the very good, impactful cards, they give them, like, single-word titles. Supposedly, I heard that once. And it kind of makes sense. Just generally simple, good cards. Have names like Terror and Brainstorm. Oh yeah, LED. There was a long time ago when if you played one of the Wish cards, you could also choose cards that were exiled. You didn't have to just choose that out of the sideboard. Kind of wish it would still work like that. Oh, that's weird. So, man, so like, it like gives you like this like time frame to just cast whatever you want. That's kind of confusing, mechanics wise. So just like in theory, you could have like all the pitch cards in your sideboard, like Unmasked and like Force of Will and stuff, and like just for the rest of the turn, just play one of them whenever after casting this. Do not understand. Oh, Ruby Storm must like this, yeah. Yeah, now it has like a second Burning Wish effect. That is pretty awesome. Like among other things, but they have that redundancy. It says you may play a card. I would assume you could probably pay alternate costs, but I'm a pretty low level judge in Magic. Only level 1. I'm not a judge at all, actually. I don't even like try to understand certain rulings. Nah, you can't play exile cards anymore. You used to be able to, but they changed that. Used to be also, if you Mindslavered an opponent, you got to just look at their sideboard, but they changed that rule as well. Actually, let's look at the... Kind of seems like a rules nightmare, though, that card. Mindslaver and Companions. How does that work? Spellfire. I definitely haven't played it. Which of these ones are you referring to? I never splashed like red before. I think that'd be the last color I would splash for. Oh, D&D card game. Nah, I never did. This probably might sound kind of lame to some of you, but before I played Magic, Oh, Panda. Hey, how's it going, Panda? We're 1-0. We're on the path to another good challenge. There used to be this card game based around WWF wrestling. It was called like WWF Raw Deal. Maybe somebody out there somewhere has heard of it, but it was like a pretty fun game. It was definitely like pretty broken, like a lot of the stuff, but the game was like pretty fun though. But yeah, that's the only game I played all that much. I guess I dabbled in the Pokemon card game a little bit too, but I was just a really stupid little kid then. Let me look at this I gotta set my default browser to something other than Microsoft Edge. Demilik, Skeleton Wizard. I'd have to like process this. Is it some sort of like storm card? Oh, that's kind of cool, the alternate cost. Kind of seems like, has kind of like a Mind's Desire vibe to it, to me. These cards are pretty sweet then. I definitely didn't see this card before. Who wants to build a dungeon deck for Legacy? It looks pretty lame. Oh, you're probably right, yeah, just copying stuff again. It seems pretty complicated. Card seems cool. It's like outside my wheelhouse, the most decks I play. What lands do they have? Anything good? Treasure Vault. Create X treasure tokens. It's kind of interesting. Dungeon Descent. Activate as a sorcery. The saddest words you can see on a Magic card. We got our all-star new land. We're gonna keep this. Hopefully I can just go do the old turn 1 Pithing Needle, name Wasteland. Or hopefully they're just like miracles or something too. Ooh, another Snoko deck? I hope so. Let's, this does seem like Snoko so far. Alright, let's try and get this map down right now. I know they can Prismatic Ending this, but if they don't, I'm going to focus on just activating this. Ooh, no, this isn't Snoko though. Standstill. Man, people love their standstills. Card made a comeback. I don't think they have any non-spell cards to get rid of map, right? Alright, let's wait one more turn on the map. If I wanted to focus on using the map, I was worried about it being answered, I would have played Glimmerpost first and just activated it, but the extra life by playing Glimmerpost later might actually be relevant. Stand still. 10. Have you liked any of the particular standstill lists, Jim? Oh yeah, we could just play just Cloudpost. It's just up to this Emrakul. Yeah, that's right. I should use this map pretty quickly. I guess they're gonna get one of these two things, so... Yeah, they definitely were gonna get a needle. I think I'd rather use the map. I think it's more important to get a Eye of Ugin. I'll do it in response to the trigger. Thanks for reminding me, Slasher. You are the Urza Saga man. Hey, DaVinci MTG, thank you for following. Eye of Ugin's just such a good long-term solution, though. Like, it's the thing you need against these kind of decks. I'm not too worried about the clock now. Yeah, I'd really get the map, or the Eye here. I guess they might just name Eye, but even that wouldn't be the worst. We still have this Emrakul in hand. Familiar MTG, thank you for the follow as well. Yeah, the Archon lists look pretty sweet. Would you play like the one Dreadnought. Oh, Soul Glide Lantern. Fuck. That's a pleasant surprise. Let's see, it takes 6 at least. Both go to 20. I think I can erase these constructs. Yeah, I thought for sure they would just go get a Pithing Needle there. If I really need to, I can also just play Chasm out if the life total is looking threatened. And I think we just go get Ulamog here. As long as they don't play 4 artifacts out. Can honestly just go get Kozilek as well. Plan to play Chasm as the land for turn. And Kozilek would probably deliver us the rest of the mana for Emrakul necessary. Yeah, let's do Kozilek. This feels like a good cozy moment. They can draw their 3, I'll draw my 4. And maybe just play Glimmerpost anyway. 12. Yeah, they can't beat that. What could they do? Shark. Cycle Shark. Typhoon. Get a 2/2 Shark. They could deal 8 then. And it's probably just safer to play Chasm out. The delay. I made the decision from my cozy. Yeah, I think it's safer to play Kozilek out. I feel pretty safe just in general, though. I think we play to this Emrakul in hand and just work towards that, and I do like Kozilek for that. The lands boomers. I guess I could have played Chasm out first and shuffled in like another Glimmerpost, I guess. Might as well throw another spell out there. Needle, I guess. Just in case they have Wasteland. I don't know how typical Wasteland is in these kind of like standstill decks. Like in theory, I would think they'd be a good inclusion, but yeah, let's play Needle out. I like that. Let's just be safe and say Wasteland. Could be the worst thing here. Oh, we could also get another green mana from this Chasm too. Because I'm gonna get rid of this Yavimaya. You're great, Yavimaya, but I need my Locust lands now. Okay, I'm glad I named Wasteland then. I like this Crop Rot. Prime time's not happening for a while. Yeah, Archon's been playing some Spice recently. Never really know what to expect against him. Oh, Prismatic Ending. I should probably play out the other needle. Or one of the other needles then. Yeah, so I was thinking of like Urza Saga, like toolboxes. Not that I think this deck really wants it, but just potentially. And I do like the idea of Meekstone. I think that'd be a pretty useful inclusion. if I were to play that card. See if it stands still. You should probably just get Ulamog at this point then. Seems to be the safer thing to do. I guess I can throw a map out there. If that resolves, then we'll just Emrakul next turn. Yeah, let's just throw it with this. Go on. There's the map. If I want to be really safe, I could also just keep the stage up and copy Chasm if they do answer the Needle plus Wasteland. Yeah, we can still play out a Needle. Prepare the Wasteland defenses. The sideboards I run for these challenges, kind of just going for like all around, like broad purpose cards. I feel like I'm not targeting like anything too specific with the inclusions I have. Hole Breacher. Snapcaster. Exactly, Panda. I love. That's how I like to build my decks. We could talk about hypothetical, like Cloudpost Urza Saga brews too. I haven't played the card, and I'm not convinced it's what we want, but I'm down to try it. Antonio MTG, thank you for the subscription. You guys were getting Kozilek a second time. Want that last land. We're so close. Can I have this map, please? You know I have a Kozilek. You must save your counters for that. Maybe it's stupid to just play into standstill, but I'm going to crush them very shortly, so yeah, they can do what they want. Do I have to worry about any of this other stuff, like in the future? I might just throw the map out there. I know there's a window where they can answer this, but oh. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just play into it and just bite the bullet. Oh yeah, I think we'll be fine life total wise. Even if we keep Chasm around, we'll go to 5. Let's say there's a Saga, yeah. I think we just want to try and diminish the number of permanents they may have on board, so that we may fully annihilate them. They don't know about this Emrakul in hand, by the way, so... Alright, I'm giving this up. we have enough to then get Karakas. I guess if they have Terminus, I could. Alright. Let's try and play the best we can. Yeah, you're right. We want to attack first. That's fine. This doesn't really matter. Now they can't advance the Emrakul. I'm about to deploy. And no Ulamog necessary. Just 2 Kozileks. I don't think this was the Archon's list was more aggressive than this, right? That's exactly what you said. Yeah. This seemed kind of more controlling. I think he was only running a single standstill as well. I might be wrong about that. Definitely Force of Vigors we want. I do like Tabernacle here as well. And definitely some number of carpets. Not sure we need all of them, but... yeah, I really liked Kozilek in both those Eye of Ugin spots more than Ulamog, that matchup. I feel like we could afford to be patient, and it's just more important to inch our way towards closing the game with Emrakul. I wonder how many wastelands, if any, are there. I mean, we still have multiple Force of Negation, so makes me not think it's that great. Yeah, Veil of Summer is a consideration as well. Not sure if... yeah, I feel like we have so many anti-blue cards that it might be a waste of the deck space with these. Like, I saw this card more as like an anti-combo card than anything. But maybe we do want that still. I don't think they use their graveyard really. Oh yeah, Panda, this is we're going back to an old classic, trying it out again. It's mostly there to try and shore up some of the combo matchups. Like, I really liked it for Force of Vigor, to make Force of Vigor uncounterable against Omni back in the day. And like, by that same logic, I wanted to try it together with Endurance against Doomsday, and see if it makes a difference. And the Veils just kind of play to the same similar plan as Shepherd does. Kind of some redundancy there. Alright, I gotta, hold on a second, I gotta make the decisions here to side out some stuff. Is there Wasteland? I don't know. We'll just do a Veil, 1 Veil and 2 carpets. A little bit. Yeah, it's possible. Jim, I could have maybe just been more like aggressive and just closing out the game rather than setting myself back via Chasm. I kind of felt like I was in a spot where I was could afford to be patient and just play towards the more powerful endgame of Emrakul. But then maybe just like Glimmerpost would have been better, closing the game there. Yeah, it would have been like 1 mana off then, right, at that point. Yeah, that was probably wrong. Oh well. We won still. Yeah, because Yavimaya would have made it 10, 11, 12. And we would have just needed 1 more mana source then. You're becoming a post player, Jim. Seeing the lines. Let's take Vesuva. Lots equals pigs. I don't understand. Watsy is many things, but I don't know if I'd call them pigs. Veil, I was thinking it could just be like 2 Mindbreak Traps instead. Basically just changing up the combo hate. The Shepherd makes it look like it's very different, but it's actually just a slight anti-combo change. See how it works. Nice, start fighting. Now that you can play in paper again, hopefully we'll get some more people trying out this deck. I'm going to just deploy the 2 1-drops here. Ideally, I'd like to just save this Green Sun to try and just search up Prime Time. But if they answer this Reclaimer, then I might be at the point where I could just afford to get another Reclaimer and just play towards that. That's annoying, but that's not the end of the world. I'll smack you, I guess, if I can't activate. I'm glad you feel the same way, Moheka. What was I gonna say? Yeah, Green Sun is, of course, like an older card, but like when I first started playing this deck, one of the biggest draws of playing it was the fact that I got to use Green Suns the way I wanted it to always use it. Just having another small green creature. Vesuva copying nothing. God. You actually get to those kind of weird spots at times. Like if you risk trying to avoid like a turn 1 wasteland, and then they leave you with like just a Vesuva in hand, can be pretty embarrassing. Oh yeah, you're right, it's Gorus. That was probably a better line too. At this point, I will just trade this Glimmerpost for another basic. But yeah, I actually like Vesuvaing that. I think that would have been smarter. Let's get a Vesuva here. Just get a tapped land out of the way. Vesuva and another forest. Maybe if they tap out, then I can fire off Once Upon a Time safely. Yeah, like that. I think we just try and not care about back to basics all that much at this point. I could search up like a 4th forest here and then just go for a Green Sun. Doesn't seem like the worst. Let's... I don't know if I want a Green Sun then this next turn. Let's fire this off at least. Cloudpost, Karakas, Forest. Oh, you're right, yeah. Man, that was going to be stupid. Alright. Focus, Tony. Let's not make stupid decisions. I think we just get basics here. That's like definitely the kind of stupid mistake I would make, too. Maybe we can find a prime time with this, and then get like a Cavern of Souls, and just kind of close the game that way. I should wait for a moment to just fire off multiple things at once, I feel like. Maybe it's best to just do that right now. Yeah, let's just do that. Maybe I should have led with map, actually, because this Once Upon a Time is more important. I like that. I guess just the Cavern, if you draw our prime time. let's just hold our map up. At some point I could have copied their saga, but I don't think it's good enough or worthwhile. Ah. Fuck, I always fall for that. Timing rules. Slasher even told me last time too. Don't worry, guys. I can sense prime time is near. Maybe not this time, but... let's wait one more turn on this. And these maps that someday I will be able to use. Yeah. I feel like I'm getting rusty with this deck. Losing it. I was actually thinking that myself, Pagoras. Like, since we haven't seen it over, like, the course of, what, like 10 cards? We should be near... God damn it, Meddling Mage. It's gonna be prime time. I know it. Yeah. They had some great foresight. Alright, what's the plan? Is it time to Chasm yet? I don't think so. We could wait. No, we go to 7. It's okay, we got a third game still. The clock is more of an issue, though. Oh, I know, it's such a weird time right now to be awake playing Magic. I guess this doesn't really make that big of a difference. I'm gonna trust you, Tagoras. You're definitely right so far. I think you are wrong, Ethan Magic Brown. If this was like a league, I just would probably just scoop it up. But we have a lot of like things we could potentially draw and do still. Force of Vigors. There's no reason not to like give ourselves a couple more draws. No, I'll play quickly. This Chasm can tap for mana, so we could search up like Ulamog next turn, even though it takes away multiple lands then. That's not bad. Possible line. We search up Ulamog, and then we draw into Carpet of Flowers. I definitely should have played something. That was probably the... falling for that needle is probably the biggest mistake, though. I don't have a stage anymore. Ooh. Eldrazi. Do you think this slurs all of you guys? Maybe it will. Maybe it could. Yeah, they've only been drawing cards for like 10 turns. And we know they have like 3 force negations, or 2 I guess. I might bring in the other Veil of Summer too. They named Ulamog, by the way. The most reasonable card. Alright, let's stop and think about this more closely now. Our Force of Vigors is the most important card. How much do we want to rely on carpets? Yeah, they only have like 2 islands, so I feel like they're going to play around it decently. I really don't hate like naming Urza's Saga with it. Maybe we don't need all 4 of those though, is the thing. Let's put this Veil in. Excavator. It's fine to just like help hit land drops, if like nothing else. It's kind of like a card that I sometimes consider just like never really wanting to cut, just to keep the regular thing, the regular machine chugging along. But it's definitely like kind of a extraneous card. Mooseman, thank you for following. Appreciate it. Yeah, they probably have Jace. Did we see a Jace, the Mind Sculptor, get pitched? Like, Needle might not be superb, but I feel like it's probably just better than a lot of our other options. Maybe some Reclaimers, just keep all those in. Yeah, especially on the play, I kind of like having the Reclaimers. I feel like they're going to play around carpet pretty well, so... Let's just cut the carpets entirely. I'm willing to try that. And I don't think they have Wasteland, so we will just cut Excavator in this case. No, you guys hate Needle? I feel like it's better than the other options, though. Maybe Carpet. You might very well be right. Do you like this hand, though? So much hate for Needle. It does stop that one really good new card from making creatures, though. Hey, Jay on the play, thank you. Appreciate it, of course. People feel like know how to play around carpet, though. I think I want to fire Once Upon a Time. Yeah, I want to try and find the Cloudpost. I feel like it's best to just do that ASAP. BinkCZ, thank you for following. Might do this in response to a brainstorm, though. Alright. Man, no Cloudpost. We should hit one of our 4 soon. Daniel Stallone, thanks for the follow. I don't hate taking Ulamog here. It's either Ulamog or Primetime. Like, Ulamog is a good long-term solution against Back to Basics, if that happens. But we could just jam a Primetime in. I feel like my gut tells me Ulamog. I think we're on different pages here, Tagoras. I just feel like it's this could help us out later. Ooh. Alright, I'm just gonna start slamming stuff. Do I want to stage their Saga now? This might be a good spot for it. Get my map. Can I even get it in time? I don't think so. I'm not too worried about Saga at the moment, but maybe it would have been worth it just taking them like off mana. It might be worth it actually just slamming this. Let's see what they do here. If they don't play another land, I think I will try and hit the Saga. There's no way they don't have the land though. With 9 cards in hand. Really hope I get this Reclaimer activation off. I just make him have the back to basics at this point. If this thing lives. Kill standstill. Do you like hitting the Saga? Is that worth it? I kind of want to stage their Saga and try that though. I want to try that. Let's see where that takes us. That could get me to my expedition map if I do this. And I can preserve this Force of Vigor too. Like, this is the potential pathway to the first Cloudpost, which is important. Yeah, I'm going to plan to change it from a stage in response to the third trigger, for sure. I don't think it works the way you think, Cathal. Maybe it does. I actually honestly don't know the rulings of this weird-ass card. Oh, really? That's weird. Yeah, I'm going to wait till the third one for sure. Probably should hit these things, though. Alright, I'm just gonna, yeah, cast it here. Yeah, I don't want them to make another thing. And then let's keep this tapped, or untapped, right? Yeah. Yeah, we'll make this into something else next turn. Oh, wow. Back up to base 6. Come on, don't say map, please. Don't say expedition map. Don't say map. Thespian stage. Okay. Yes. Alright, so let's do this in response here. Alright, do this right now. Just make it a forest, I believe. Oh, this is on number 2 right now? Shit. I stopped myself, you guys. Don't worry. Might as well make a construct, though. Like, why not? I kind of want to thin as well. I know it's like a bad use of that to do that there, but... Okay, now let's just go do this in response. Yeah, I kind of want this map to get Cavern now that we have this prime time. Forest. Expedition map. Then this prime time will get us our Cloudpost, which will then get us to the Promised Land. I missed it. I'm trying to play quickly. I want to see what you guys are saying. That was not the stupidest decision I made today. Yeah, we got the All-Star here. Green. Yeah, we can just get Cloudpost. Okay. See you guys, it's fine. Man, that was not played particularly well, I'll admit. It's okay though. Got the job done. Yeah, that's like confusing, or I guess I'm just not used to Urza Saga, like those kind of effects, but that was a pretty cool interaction, gotta say. Maybe I have been wrong about Urza Saga the whole time. I definitely want to test it out at the very least. Vesuva, I don't know how all those interact. Vesuva is a weird rulings card. Has weird ones. No, attacking was like stupid as fuck. Yeah, how many do lands lists run like 4 sets of the, 4 copies of the card, or is that like a one of? I'd like to see how like lands utilizes it. 4 copies, interesting. Yeah, it seems like if it is good, it's like potentially like a full playset card. We can definitely brew some lists with it if you guys want to see some Urza Saga in like Cloudpost. Like what would we cut from this list to have it? I'd be down to try it, but not convinced though. Oh, Pyrite Spellbomb's a good choice. Amulet of Vigor. If you don't have $1,000 to drop on Candelabra, I feel like Amulet of Vigor would be fine. Yeah, I kind of want to see your lists. What does the green Spellbomb do, by the way? It must be pretty shitty if I don't remember it. I don't even know what the green Spellbomb is called. His ass. It's probably like gain 3 life or something. Gain 6. Oh, land into a creature? That's kind of weird. Yeah, see, I like this kind of package. It's very clean, very simple. I feel like there's no need to go overboard with the the Saga targets. Do you search up Mox Diamond all that often with the Saga? Horizon Spellbomb. It seems a lot worse than just like a map. Gotcha, thank you. I know Ether Spellbomb's a pretty good card if you have the blue. Black one's good too. A graveyard sweeping card. Oh, that's true, yeah. It's nice to having some like colorless effects at times. As long as they have the mother and not the giver. Okay, we were given good matchups that were able to supersede my ability to punt and screw it up. If we have to face like Delver or something next round, that kind of bad play is not going to cut it. Yeah, I wonder how... Map just seems like a natural inclusion. I forget who it was, somebody that plays lands frequently was saying that map was clunky, but it seems like a pretty good, decent, like, one of at the very least. So as a lands player, you guys, or as lands players, how often do you choose to search up Tabernacle? Is it like a frequent tutor target? Just kind of curious about how often lands chooses to go for that. Yeah, I guess it would probably depend on like the situation and the matchup. I have a hot take about Tabernacle. I think the card might be more valuable to post than it is to land. Think about it. As lands players, you have more options of fighting against creatures. And like as a mono green deck, we have to like... We don't have like Punishing Fire, we don't have as many Maze of Iths. We kind of have to work more with what we do have. And people are always pressuring post. Like, I feel like Tabernacle is just always good when you need it to, like, at least be decent. Even though we don't have, like, the mana denial ability of lands, it always, like, slows down opponents. Chasm's nice, but, like, Chasm and Tabernacle both have, different functions, essentially. Tabernacle just, basically stops spells from being played when there's creatures on the board. Oh yeah, agreed. I love Yavimaya and tapping like our own Tabernacle to pay for it. Aaron Relentless. Let's try it. There's sometimes on D&T it says elves. I'm going to throw a Cloudpost out there first thing. I know you don't typically lead with a Cloudpost, but we are on the play. We have sufficient lands. If you get wastelanded, it won't be the end of the world. It's fine. Do you have a second wasteland? No. That's kind of annoying. I really hope this is D&T. Oh yeah, how many? One Yavimaya. That was the other thing I wanted to ask Lands pilots. How many of Yavimayas do you play? Let's say Ether Vial here. I could also just say Wasteland at this point. And just go for the throat into like a prime time next turn. That would allow me to... Yeah, let's just be aggressive here. Yeah, like my plan is if we get a Cloudpost this turn, then we can play the Vesuva out. Then we can Green Sun for a prime time. But Ether Vial is a more long-term problem, though. If I go for my Cloudpost line, it's pretty bad against Port, unfortunately. Nah, I like going aggressive here. Yeah, they always have it, though, when you think they're out of them. Always works like that. They got new card and Batterskull. Now we destroy them. Kind of like Yavimaya Cloudpost here. I think it's a little bit safer in case they Flicker Wisp and then Wasteland. Might be overthinking it, but it also lets me cast the second prime time if I get Yavimaya here. And end of turn I can also crop rot for the eye that way. Let's do that. Which I'm definitely just going to crop rot and get eye. Yeah, I like my aggressive line there. I feel like we're in a spot to just try and close the game out quickly. Glimmerpost producing green. Come on, let's get an attack trigger. And GG's. They could do some shenanigans with like Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp being in like against Emrakul, but even that's not terrible. Is it worth to play out this other prime time too? I don't think the math works out the way. I just want to get my 20 and get my Emrakul here. Oh yeah, I was thinking like I have seen them do some shenanigans with Flicker Wisp coming in at instant speed and then holding off Emrakul for like a critical turn, but we're fine. It's going to be a non-stop parade of threats from here on out. I bet you they will Flicker Wisp in here. Watch. Okay. Guess not. At 31 life. Flicker Wisp. Skyclave. I'll lead with Once Upon a Time if we just find Karakas. I should have done that pre-combat to better protect the Emrakul, but it's D&T. More forests. Alright. I removed my Needle on Wasteland. Definitely Karakas stage, I guess. Yeah, just finish with an Ulamog. Let's hit Vial and the new card. Caldera, whatever. I can also just hit their lands. Is that too mean? Nah, just be smart. Man, third. I guess if you consider the round 2 to be a good matchup, which was difficult with my fucking up, but we're getting fed the best matchups today. Vial plus Germ. That lowly Germ token. This is what I have been bringing in against D&T these days. Force of Vigor Tabernacle. We're going to definitely cut Depths and Bog. And then I usually just cut maps the rest of the way. I Shepherd's bad here. Yeah, let's do 2 maps then. They usually don't run as many Phyrexian Provokers as they have in the past, but there's usually like 1 or 2 in lists now. I haven't tried it yet, House of Mana. And on that note, is that offer of loaning them to me still on the table? Because I'm kind of interested in trying it out. I just don't want to spend like the 240 tickets for it. And we can like brew a list or something in the meantime between rounds. But yeah, I could probably find sagas at some point from someone. Oh yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. That's all good. Ooh, Panda, thanks. Yeah, we can definitely test out. I do want to like test out the card myself and see how it goes. I don't think it's good for the deck, but I shouldn't say before I try it. I'm gonna try this. We could hope that this doesn't go like the last game and play risky again. But I'm definitely gonna keep it. Like, we don't have a defense against Wasteland anyway coming anytime soon. I feel like I'm willing to just throw Cloudpost out there. Aaron Relentless is a good player. Don't underestimate their chance at finding their Wastelands. No Ether Vial. I don't even know if that's worth... No, let's not play that out yet. I wish to protect that. They're pretty good at multiple decks, I believe. Yeah, it might be Cataclysm. That is a little scary. That is the primary threat. Alright, this is free. Did not forget that this time. How worried are we of Cataclysm? I don't remember how many copies they typically run these days. If we're very scared of it, we do have the option of searching up Tabernacle. It'll take them off of it at least one more turn. And like worst case scenario, they're just gonna have like a 3/1 flyer for like the near future. It's kind of a risk getting Tabernacle. Like, could go well, it might not. And it doesn't advance myself in any way. Maybe we can still just survive a Tabernacle, honestly. Or not Tabernacle, Cataclysm. Like, we do have enough lands, essentially, still. Let's put our own creature out, and also... Yeah, let's just hope they don't have it here. Depending on how long you've watched the stream, like, we've definitely won through Cataclysms in the past. Okay. Let's get Yavimaya here. I'll preserve the Green Sun to get Excavator later if I need to. 64 players, exactly. This challenge is going by pretty quickly. Tabernacle Eye here. I can also just get Cloudpost and just play this Kozilek. Yeah, let's just do that. And this way, if they answer the prime time, we have more mana to work with. Council's Judgment. Alright, I'll be at 4 next turn. It's not bad. Just thinking like the best way to maximize my mana here. I think we Green Sun first, get prime time, get Cloudpost Eye, and Glimmerpost, and then play Kozilek. I like Tabernacle. I think it's worthwhile preventing them from like furthering their board and cataclysming at the same time. Hold on, math is hard right now. 6. I'm not gonna think about it. This will most definitely work. I know that's like super lazy, but kind of get the feeling this game is close to over. I can still just leave a Cloudpost in deck in case they like do Cataclysm to get back later. Let's get a Vesuva instead. I'll be honest, sometimes I just don't think things through. The math will probably work out. And look at the board state. Does anybody have any doubts? Please speak now if you do. Let's get Oh, we have Karakas already. Let's just get Cloudpost. I can always just force this Jite too. Shit, might be Cataclysm time. Alright, I think we're good now. Do you guys remember on like the official like Grand Prix coverage, they used to have like a percentage of like how likely somebody was to win, right? I think that was a real thing. Don't think I was just imagining that. Yeah, advantage arrow. Yeah. Knew that was a thing. More mana. I'll get some life here. Go get my Crucible of Worlds. How much mana is this? 25, 26. Yeah, like, if you play this deck long enough, it, like, you know the spot when you're just pretty much gonna win. Just don't think about it too hard at that point. Jeff Bezos of open mana. Pure evil. Man, awesome matchup so far. It's going well. How long can we keep it going? The good matches. We got a lot of time here. I'm gonna finish something that I started earlier. Play a format that I don't normally play. I don't expect to do well at all. The list is god awful, most likely. Nobody say anything. And if the challenge starts, I'll just drop from this. Because I don't care about this that much. Oh, how's Kaya doing? Nah, I think I'm gonna save my extra points for the vintage one later. I'd rather play vintage than this modern specialty I'm about to showcase. What about you, Tagoras? Are you gonna play in it? I want to be able to at least play in all the legacy ones. And then there's going to be 2 more legacy ones, I believe. I meant like 107, I think. Let's see. So I'll get the 2 legacy and then 1 extra one beyond that. Yeah, 107. I really just... Maybe I will end up having enough, but... I don't know. I guess I can always play like a modern one like the next month or whatever. Oh, I'd be down. Levy told me the same thing too. I was watching him stream it and it looked pretty sweet. Yeah, this is the modern version of Post. Yeah, like the little bit I've played of modern thus far, it's doesn't seem great. This deck. You guys are definitely right. Ulamog. I don't even know what this deck is, just Jund. I remember Wormcoil's good against Alright, let's not waste too much time on on modern. I heard about that the one where Post was legal. Didn't it just like beat up all the control decks or something? Expedition map. I think it used like Through the Breach as like its show and tell cheat effect. Yeah, that's what I hear that Tron got weakened quite a bit. But yeah, I do like Amulet Titan looked like a ton of fun to play if you know what you're doing. Which format, or which deck specifically, do you guys think Primeval Titan is the most broken in? Probably Amulet Titan in Modern. Polion's Command. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I really like the card in Post and Legacy. Schizophrenic, thanks for following. You have your like a la carte menu of lands. I feel like you just had like so many options in Post. But as far as broken, probably Amulet Titan. Oh yeah, Dryad. Supposedly, Primeval Titan was really good when he was... I'm probably going to make poor decisions, by the way, so... I don't really care, though. What was I going to say? But Primeval Titan was really good in Standard when he was in the format. Was he only searching up, like, mountains and Valakuts then? I think that's what he was doing then. Yeah, and I'm sure everybody watching is probably knows more about this deck than me. That's fine. Oh, Nexus and Wolf Run, that's cool. That sounds pretty sweet. I'm probably just gonna lose this. Come on, Urza's Tower. Tron play right here. Fate counter. Concession. What do you guys think? I think so. Oh, I guess I could have O-Stone. I don't care. Sorry, guys. I should have waited for y'all. I'm getting my throws out now before the challenge. I'm 1-2 in this league, by the way. So with my my poor list here, is this Jund? I don't even know what we're playing against. Not get Tron. There was never a map involved there. It got Inquisitioned. I think this is Jund, so Thragtusk will come in. Relic. I guess Relic hurts Tarmogoyf. 2 Ulamogs. I think I would keep one of them, right? To search up with Sanctum. Nah, I'm not Slasher. Oh. I mean, I could play it in. If I can make up 30. I cannot do math. 50 more points by like next month. Then I could play in the modern one technically. Nah, I would just suck in the modern one. I think that'd be a poor idea. Yeah, I like to keep one of them. Bliss is good. All is just doesn't seem superb. I usually cut like a sphere too, right? This is why I probably shouldn't play in this the modern one. O-Stone. Oh, you're probably right. It's just because they have more like answers to like permanents in play. The little bit of modern I did play in the past, I was playing with a friend that always played Jund. And I know people always said Jund is like, oh, a terrible matchup. Or Tron's terrible for Jund. But like post-board, it seemed like pretty competitive. Fulminator mages and can be a bitch. I think this has potential. We'll find our... oh, sweet. I knew it. Maybe I was just like terrible even for a Tron player. Yeah, like I played in 2 modern GPs, never playing the format at all before, and I like day 2'd one of them. I chose Tron simply because I felt like I could be stupid and still do decent. And I did. Yes, they hit the right one. Yeah, I'm gonna get this thing out. Wait, let's just... what do you guys think? What's the play here? I'm definitely gonna hold the more valuable power plant in hand. Like, but what would you do if I were to care about this format in this game? Just play the stone out and have that to threaten. That's what I was thinking. Efficient with mana. The little bit of modern I was playing before this stream, I was facing a lot of this like black-white deck. Oh nice, they kind of seemed like the Dead Guy Ale almost. Yeah, you're probably right. There should probably be Gigantha or whatchamacallit. Just not reveal it if I want to bring like the dismembers in. No, stirrings, fuck. I'm literally just gonna conscoop, even if we're about to win and the next round starts. No, Ballista doesn't work that way. That's true. I just tick up with Karn here, right? And play this this Ugin. Yeah. Lily. I would have done it, typical Jazz. Has anybody actually alted Karn Liberated in the past? I've never heard of it even being done. I used to play Ugin in in Legacy Post, and I would sometimes get to the ult, but nobody ever like let me resolve it. It's a very scoop-inducing ultimate. Okay, let's get an O-Stone, like you were saying earlier, for the All is Dust. Are you sure Ulamog's like not great? I don't know. I feel like our Planeswalkers are the better threats in these matchups, right? Yeah, this doesn't have a great creator as well. Like I said, the list is not superb at all. For the most part, this deck was like super cheap to buy on Modo. It's definitely a keep. Blast Zone, I guess. I guess it's pretty obvious. Yeah, definitely. If they don't Thoughtseize, probably just play out the Scrying, right? I don't know if it's... I don't know which is more vulnerable, this map in play or the Scrying in hand. Okay, we're using map. Ooh. Yeah, I like kind of holding this for... I don't know. Bad hand. Yours is mine, I guess. No, the forest. Yeah, that's... I kind of feel like they would have hit the map with something. No, they're gonna hit like a land with the trophy if they have it. I think it's just scrying here. Everybody tell me I'm wrong right now, right after I do it. This doesn't feel like that bad at all. Uh-oh. And this. Pretty sure this is the only card that's banned in Legacy, but not in Modern, if I remember correctly. This era was a horrible time for Post. Agreed, Fanza. I feel like I've been taking crop rotation for granted just after playing it for so long in Legacy. But lands are not supposed to come in at instant speed. They reveal another Ren in 6. I'm also going to crack this sphere end of turn and see what we draw. Maybe it's better to do it next turn. I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, they'll thin my deck of lands then, so... And I can just do it next turn anyway. Oh shit. Alright, let's just try and finish this quickly. Oh, stone. I kind of just want to try and finish this game. Threats. Play threats out. Or answer shit. Answer shit. Yeah. Rah. That was one of the stupidest plays right there. I still have faith, though, that despite my poor play and suboptimal list, we can pull this one out. You gotta believe. 100 mana. What if they had like a Thoughtseize as the last card? Alright, maybe they'll just scoop to this. Damn it. I was playing for the insta scoop there. Sorry about playing this weird format, everybody. I know it's like a little out of the ordinary. This is difficult for me. This deck. It's confusing. K command. Yeah, nothing about this seems bad at all. Alright, we could probably salvage this round. Prop decay does nothing. Just tick up with Karn next turn. Yeah, definitely. Focused on speed here. It's just hitting Karn. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Appreciate it. Karn's definitely one of those planeswalkers that doesn't, like, technically win the game by itself. Like Lily. In the interest of time, I can't do it. I'm almost like, okay, thank you, opponents. I almost would have just, like, conceded in shame for how poorly that was played. I'm getting a lot of follows after playing some Modern, though. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Maybe I should branch out a little bit and try some Modern. Dollarman, thank you for following as well. I'll recognize all of you after this. Let's try and make up this time here. Some all. See, this is what I know and love. Like, we'll be better off now. This hand's pretty weak, though. Yeah, we're not going further than this. Keep this map. Might play to a depths kill, so... yeah, it's okay. Some not good draws. Yeah, I'm going to lose. I don't really care about Needle at this point. I feel like best case scenario, we can pull off a depths kill out of nowhere, but... Island Ponder. Feels bad to do this, but... Hey, how's it going, Waterfalls? Good morning. How's your Saturday going? I really wish I knew what they were on. I might just play the depths here, and then search up the stage next turn. Yeah, let's do that. Well, the Lorwyn version of Ponder would suggest that they're more of an older school player, most likely. Maybe kind of pretentious. That would suggest maybe Miracles. Just kidding, I think the Lorwyn Ponder's the best one. If I were to play Ponder. People got really upset and like, oh, what was this? It was like the Leaving a Legacy Facebook group where they were like profiling the players of certain archetypes, and people got like super upset. Back to basics. That throws a wrench in the plans. I think we just get a forest, and no, we might draw a forest. I don't think we do it here. Honestly, I was considering, I was like, do I want to just Vesuva like an island? Would that just do anything for me? Let's get some more info. This game is pretty much over, but... yeah, I might just go get Yavimaya and take a shot at it here. If they don't find a force of... yeah. Kind of sucks having this Rec Sage in hand as well. There's no way this resolves. Could have also searched up like a Cavern of Souls and just waited for some more lands, but... yeah, I think you're right, Panda. This feels like a good matchup. If we don't have to mold a 4, and we know what we're up against. Yeah. Yeah, Waterfalls, I've not been playing very well today at all. But our matchups carried us. Man, I'm glad like so many of you watching are like, I know what to do now with the deck. I've taught you well. Egg yolks, thanks for following. If possible, the only last info I'd like to try and see is like what win condition, like Mentor. That's a difficult win condition for us. That's true. If we were able to just go get a Cloudpost off of that, that game actually would have been salvageable, despite the back to basics. Even from the multi-4. That's alright. Like, honestly, the presence of back to basics will not, like, alone make it a bad matchup. Good piece of disruption, but there are many back to basics decks that are good matchups. I don't really like Tabernacle against Mentor decks like this. It might be better than some of the other options, though. I think we do want the Veils too, though, while we have these. Yeah, I wonder if this is like old school blue-white miracles, or what this is exactly. Usually got Excavator here. I kind of feel like Reclaimers are not going to stick around. Like, they will come out pretty often, like a pair of them. I don't know if it's better than a Veil is better than that though. Oh, Valencia rams through the menu people though. Don't feel too bad. Yeah, you guys really don't like Needle, do you? Like, one way they could win is just chasing away the game, fate sealing us. Like, I probably would prefer to keep Needles in over Veils, honestly. We'll cut one Needle and bring the Veils in. Let's try it like this. This looks good. We've accomplished one of our 2 objectives, which is have Cloudpost or Eye of Ugin. Let's just take the Vesuva. Yeah, I'll play this out. Yeah, and if we do find any of those Veils, this carpet could potentially fuel us with some green mana. I think just Jace, even though we saw Narset. The most likely 100% is Jace in the deck. And it's probably Teferi as well. But I just like Jace in a lot of these spots. If they didn't fetch right there, I probably would have considered Prismatic Vista. Most definitely, honestly. Oh, red, shit. It's a little scary. Just add to the basic forest at this point. I was hoping to save this for a Cloudpost at some point in the near future. Yeah, let's go one more turn on before we commit the Vesuva. It's a good one. Just hope we find our Cloudpost. Excuse me, we also had the option of trying to go with a Reclaimer. I think we just work towards Green Sun to prime time though. It's not a good spot. I also kind of don't like casting anything here if possible. Just not giving them something to counter. Man, these forests. 1, 2, 6 mana next turn. Potentially. I might play the Eye of Ugin out here. Yeah, in case I draw Cloudpost next turn, I would like to get the more important Eye out right now. Kind of thinking just going directly to Ulamog if possible here. It also might have been a mistake for me to not play the Vesuva out at some point. Like this turn or the previous turn. Like, I think just having another tapped land is going to be like a liability at this point. I feel like they're not going to give us many more islands, if any at all. 2 of them. Yeah, this is going to be a little too much to handle. If I can... Yeah, they won't give us a 3rd island. Probably prismatic ending here. Oh, hey, Taxi. Thank you. Hey, good to see you, man. Yeah, we're probably going to lose this one. This is one of those good matchups that we're going to lose to. It's okay, it happens. Nine. Yeah. Just doubling up on Reclaimers at this point. I think we have to. If we're lucky, maybe get a Chasm next turn, if we can survive. Force of Negation. I had 250 people to watch me lose a good matchup. Let's make sure there's nothing. I mean, I assume we're dead. No, we're definitely dead now. It's okay. We multi-4 game 1. They back to the basics main deck. We're still in a good spot this tournament. Let's shake it off. Do you guys want to see some more Tron? Some top nibble Tron? Yeah, let's finish this league up at least. It's okay. I accept the bad matchup loss every once in a while. Oh, a spoiler? Yeah, we can look at spoilers too. Kind of want to get this league done before the thing expires. 4 days. Are you still on the same list, Waterfalls, with the Wastelands? Wasn't Red Green Tron like 10 years ago? Some ancient time. Like, the sand looks like a trap, right? It's close, but like, you could probably do better. Well, like, we want to just play these Tron lands out. If you guys say Keith, we'll do it. Like, we have no other green source but the forest. But yeah, this This feels like one that could go poorly, but it's also kind of close. They mull to 5. I was thinking if you knew that they were on like a Thoughtseize deck, I don't know if this is ever correct, but like playing a Forest Stirrings first thing, probably not. Probably never. I expect turn 3 Trons, nothing less. Have you seen how poorly I've been playing? We have 2 wins. Alright. Not even a mine there. Relic? Yeah. More dig. I don't even know what this deck we're playing against is. Every deck in Modern kind of feels like it's a combo deck in a sense. It's like, oh, turn 3 or 4 rolls around. It's like, how am I going to die here? Bushwhacker? Okay, I think I've heard of this deck. Chromatic Sphere, I guess. Eight whack. So this is basically like burn, right? Bring some Nature's Claim. Claim our own artifacts. Oh yeah, Thragtusk seems good. Duh. Yeah, I think I've heard of this. This doesn't seem good for this deck at all. Probably... Definitely the relics. Yeah, Wormcoil seems like... Or Thragtusk. Especially Wormcoil. Be like the finisher for them. Isn't Karn usually pretty bad in these kind of matchups? Maybe Ulamog can like cut one of those as well. Now, just like claiming our own stuff's probably not even worth it. Yeah, Karn doesn't seem spectacular really at all. I think we have to try for something better. Like, we're gonna go fast. I think this one, should we keep this? Stirrings. The one card I cannot cast. I'm gonna match the 3 different pictures. And hopefully Tron just does the rest before I die to goblins. Oh shit. This thing is big in Modern too. I know. I specifically bought the white border ones. Add to people's hatred of Tron. But I guess if Tron kind of sucks now, it loses some of the appeal to me. No, there's no way Tron will ever, like, just be bad. It'll always be decent. It makes sense, Taurus. I do have Tron built in, like, real life. And I have the white borders, and I also have the 9th edition white border forest to match with the Tron lands. Oh, nice. I imagine the foil Tron is probably expensive. So many people want it. They all want 4 of them. That's awesome, though. Just Wormcoil's the best thing here, right? Just get the lifelink thing out at ASAP. Yeah. Yeah, easily. Kind of feel like just playing the second Wormcoil then. Yeah, I remember Wormcoil and Karn were usually better, like, in first threats to deploy in, like, opposite matchups. Like, Karn would be good and, like, something, then Wormcoil would be poor. I do, like, remember that card of this deck. Hell's just... I could probably get him better. Maybe they'll overextend better. Yeah, I think we just played at the life total here. Man, I really want to play more Legacy now. Don't you hate when you lose a round, and when you lose it quick, and you just have to wait for the next one to start? That's like the... I feel like it always, like, happens like that. Just, like, itching for some redemption. I know, that was a bad one to lose. Another tower. More mana. Do this post attack. Yeah. I'll do my best to not lose. I did like aggro shops. Yeah, I think aren't the Vintage and Legacy showcases? I think they're next week. I'll probably actually stream the Vintage one, which I'm also pretty naive about that format, but I trust, like, my Magic skills to maybe carry me through that. I've done decent in Vintage in the past too with the deck that I play. So yeah, if you guys want to see some more variety from me that I don't always play, or some non-Cloudpost content for once, I would be happy to stream the Skolo Steps deck combo shops. Bring the deck up. I have to repurchase everything because... yeah, I figured I wasn't going to play Vintage for a while. Slasher knows all about this deck, or something similar. Whoops. Lands? Yeah, I feel like I could be a lands player in some other universe. I kind of want to try Depths at some point in Legacy. I feel like that would match a lot of the same aspects of gameplay that Post does. Oh yeah, you're right. This will probably be subpar without Saga. I'll see what I can do. I was starting to play a little bit of Vintage when Oko was ruining Legacy, and this was kind of a nice, refreshing change. Okay. But then, like, once the bans happened, Legacy was great again. I just didn't play Vintage at all after that. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. 170, are they like 40 tickets each, or? They're not 170 each, right? So we had a local vintage league in Arizona where obviously we could use proxies. I remember one of the players, he owned like all the expensive cards, but he used his proxies to proxy Mox Opals. I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, true story. God, these Tron hands. What are we playing against? Burn? I don't know how to make the best of a poor situation. We're keeping map, we're keeping tower. Probably just Thragtusk, right? Or do you just like always put the threats back? Maybe we just need the card draw. Keep Worm. Yeah, I guess we're probably gonna hit Worm as fast as Tusk will be if we're gonna potentially win the game. Yeah, I like Tower, I like Tusk. I guess Chromatic Star. I don't know. It turns out you don't want to mulligan to 4 cards. Damn. Come on. Minor power plant off the top. Now that last round of Legacy, if they didn't have the back to basics, I think we probably would have won that first game on that Molda 4. Like, given the matchup, it seemed definitely winnable. Yeah, I remember you were supposed to mulligan super aggressively with Tron. That sucks now. And just don't crack this until we take our draw. Tron strategy. If we get a draw, I might just die. Is this deck any good, or is it like suck? This is pretty nuts from what I've seen. Dead. 1, 2. It's too little, too late. Alright, well that's over with. Got some pity points. I'm not going to start a league match right now, but I guess we can start some post leagues. You can even do modern again if you guys enjoyed it at all. Like, honestly, not going to lie, it was kind of refreshing to play another format, if just like a little bit, even. And also, like, the format is just so foreign to me that, like, I don't know, I'm fine just, like, slinging Tron pieces, not knowing what I'm doing. But I understand that might have been pretty painful to watch, so I wouldn't hate if you want to see the typical. Oh, the Asmo decks are pretty sweet. I have watched, like, some other streamers play it. I'm good at Tron. No, I was playing before the stream, some modern, and there was like a lot of decks that were playing like black-white. They were kind of like Stoneblade, Dead Guy Ailish. They played like Grief, and then some way to get Grief back like multiple times. I think Ephemerate. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, maybe it's just like a very typical deck. But that deck looked kind of sweet. Pioneer. You being sarcastic, Turtle Power. They don't even fire. Jesus. None of the decks in Pioneer really interested me. And it's not like even Tron really is that great. It's just an easy pickup when modern Grand Prix came to town. I'd be down to try Pauper at some point. I know nothing about that format, though. I mean, as you might be able to figure out, I pretty much like just mastering like a single deck, or I'm not like a variety deck player by any means. So I'm down to play other formats if I find a deck in the format that I really enjoy. Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited to stream this vintage event. This deck is pretty fun. I was able to get 2 top 8s in vintage challenges with it, despite not really knowing the format. But yeah, this deck, I hope some people come and watch this for the vintage showcase. The power of the cards are there. I can probably figure it out. I probably should buy Urza Sagas, though. Or borrow them. Crystal Brander, thanks for following. Oh, sweet. Round 4. Exactly. It's all about the busted. I am like a combo player at heart. Despite Cloudpost probably being like the one exception. I do love me like pretty much any combo deck in Legacy. Why play many lands? I don't know what you're asking, Turtle Power. This is a very land-based deck, despite being called like shops. Much less like artifact-based than like the Ravager shops or even like the Golos one. Yeah, and I imagine like regular Legacy depths is very similar to this in the sense that like all your decisions just matter a ton, including land drops. Very few decisions, but like all the decisions are super important. That's kind of what I got when playing this deck. We have to rebuy these wastelands though. The money cost of this deck online, it's literally like 2/3 of the cost are the 4 wastelands. Can't believe how expensive some cards are on Moto. No, Lotus. Shit. Man, we're outside the top 8 right now. Outside looking in. Is Voidmere a thing in Vintage? I have no idea. Not enough lands. Sandus, some pretty good potential. Put this Excavator back. We'll start with Misty, fetch, play map. I don't think Voidmere would be good in Legacy. I don't see... It seems like a worse version of like Defense Grid or something. I actually honestly don't know what role it would play, but... like, I'm not worried about that card with this deck, I guess I should say. Does kind of seem scary for Tron, but... not the mighty Cloudpost. Slow do-nothing cards. I hate how they're slow and just don't do anything. Like, at first glance, it seems pretty disruptive, but like you think about it, like you can't really play it as like a combo deck that's leaning on artifact like Mana Rocks, because like you can't cast your own like petals and stuff. I just don't see where it would be good. The opponent molds a 5, by the way. Delver, shit. Here it goes. Alright. Let's just try and fight through Wasteland for 2 more turns. And we'll have an uncounterable prime time if we can do that. Shit, there's Wasteland. Come on, no days, no force, no days, no force. Don't find one of your 8 cards. Yes. Alright, we still have to dodge one more Wasteland, but still. I can't believe that. Yeah, we're gonna get a shot at the Endurance Flan here. Player on Stifle? I think might as well. I guess this is bad if I... Yeah, it's probably dumb to crack it right then. I'll let the opponent know what's going to happen if they don't Wasteland. Yeah, it's bad now. Yeah, I feel like there's no reason to play around Stifle. Or probably not enough. Yeah. Alright, we probably lose now. I just want to find a Cloudpost. And preferably not that one. Stage depths. We could do that, or we could maze. I think it's time for an all-in depths at this point. Yeah. It might actually even just be better to try and ramp to the prime time one more turn. Decisions. I kind of like depths here, honestly. I don't think we can afford another turn. Yeah, we died to Bolt if we try that. And these newer Delver lists are like a little bit colder to Dark Depths than previous Delver lists. Do you have to dodge another Wasteland? No, not Shuffle. Jesus. Yeah, fuck it. We're gonna go for it. Me too, Scorpnock. Like, I'll be honest, I didn't think Endurance would be that good at all. And it's turning out to be, like, the best one. Dead now? Yeah. I guess they have to hit Delirium. Instant sorcery land. Need to flip creature. I guess if they don't find it, then they have to hold something back to block. I also might just die to another Bolt as well. Oh, they found the creature. Oh, damn. Alright, Panda. Let's make these endurance work here. This is part of the reason they're here. Yeah, so this is one of my concerns about running these Veil of Summers here. In like a match like this, we're already bringing all this shit in. Like, do we even want Veils as well? I would think so, but I don't know, this might be too much. We could maybe use the Veils and try and, like, switch to, like, an aggressive plan. If that might sound crazy, but in the past I have, like, just, like, throwing threats at Delver when, like, the situation would call for it. But yeah, that might be not worthwhile. I was thinking, like, use Veil to protect, like, crop rotations. Even, like, maps, you can use it to make those uncounterable. Only problem with that is just being so green intensive, it's already kind of dependent on Carpet of Flowers anyway. So... yeah, I kind of think the same thing. I think this is mostly going to be just a combo hate piece. And not much beyond that. I still have a lot of decisions here to try and figure out what to cut. I think maybe we just like don't play Scared of Wasteland. If they have it, they have it, and just try and just be more proactive. I was thinking cutting the crops, maybe even cutting the needles. Maps are a nice like payoff at the very least. Yeah. There's basically 4 less Mindbreak Traps in this list today. Just like switching up the combo hate. Yeah, I want to try this. Let's just see how this goes. I feel like we were close last game, and we still got hit by like only 2 wastelands. 2 wastelands, and we were close still. It's the last cut. Do we just pray they don't have Blood Moon? Cut the Rec Sage? I could take out Kozilek here. We'll try that. There's a Carpet, there's an Endurance, even the 2 green sources. Come on, Endurance. This is your chance to shine. Do we want to play through days? I kind of feel like risking that. I don't think we can let this thing get out of hand. I think we have to try our best to not do that. Ramunap. It's not a terrible idea as well. Yeah, let's actually do that. Well, the only problem with that is it could be bolted though. Yeah, but even if that happens, I feel like multiple endurance later could still give us the game. Yeah, let's try the Ramunap. I think you guys are right. I think they F6 too. God, hopefully this thing doesn't like steal the game here. I think we just start slamming endurance and wasteland. I'm gonna find a wasteland with my Once Upon a Time. Goddamn monkey. Yeah, I bet there's been some pretty nasty Ravagan hits ever since that card got printed. Yeah, that's probably more valuable than shuffling their graveyard at this point, I would think. Just for 1 lightning bolt. And then if the second one happens, then probably use that for their graveyard. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Ooh. What do you think? It's still probably worth it to put our excavator back at this point. Like, how valuable is the single bolt? Yeah, let's do ourselves. I feel like the key is gonna try and time it so they can't Murktide too devastatingly. But we're just gonna keep the endurance coming for as long as possible. Yeah, see, like, I feel like this hasn't happened on stream. Definitely not the last recent times. But whenever this does get to this point, like, these things are just, like, really good walls. It's like a moat, almost. Like, the only threat that we have to worry about once these are out is Murktide. Yeah, it's just... We had the double green source. The green mana figured out this game. That was, like, the key. I shouldn't even speak yet. Like, you know Delver. It's a powerful deck. Yeah, the next one I'm definitely going to put their graveyard back. One plus side of Endurance too, like, even if we can't hardcast it, if you don't have the green for it, you have the alternate use for evoking it. So it's not like it's completely dead even if you can't cast it. Maddie Ice, thanks for the follow. That was a pretty terrible beer in college. Not gonna lie. Ooh. Do we want to... I can see, what did they do? They didn't ponder anything. You could use to, like, save this for, like, a prime time. It might be worth just doing this now, though. Everybody's like, Shepherd? The fuck? Yeah, I'm going back to an old card that... Yeah, let's just get another Endurance here. The more of those, the better. Giving this card another shot. Your graveyard. Is there any reason to not attack at this point? Like, do I want to start trying to close the game out? I feel like I probably can at this point. I feel like I'm pretty safe right now. With this carpet mana, I'm close to being able to just pump this thing next turn if they don't wasteland me as well. Or if they don't bolt it. I'm going to start attacking. I feel like I'm safe right now. Flash the Endurance. Yeah, I think you're right, actually. Yeah. In most cases, I feel like we're using it via the Carpet of Flowers mana, but because of the Shepherd, there's really no downside in not just doing that. Yeah. Let's see. I'm sure this will find something to answer Shepherd now. Like, they're getting tacked so hard, though. I think they had 3 cards, right? Alright, we can still choose to flash this Endurance in. I'm going to add this Reclaimer in right now. And then if they respond with like Bolt on Shepherd, then I can just flash the next Endurance in. I guess I can wait and do this post-combat, right? Yeah. Yeah, I feel like pretty safe on just attacking with both of these things now. We're not quite at the pumping mana, though. Yeah, I think I can get this Endurance, this next one down pretty safely. Play this as well. And then just flash this one now. Yeah. Maybe we can actually get him. This is kind of risky if they have like multiple bolts, but they probably would have just done that by now if they did that. You like doing it now? This would be like the safest time. Oh, gotcha, Panda. Yeah, I must have just like misread the whole entire situation. Maybe I wait for them to fire something here. Yeah, I can get another card though. No, I can't actually. Hey, Patreons, thanks for the follow. Definitely gonna do it in response to like a bolt here, if that happens. Yeah, even Murktide, like, it's true that one Endurance doesn't stop it, but more than one Endurance could block it. Man, Shepherd has some really interesting lines. I feel like this card could definitely be explored more. Let's let this Surveil happen. Let's see what happens. They put a Ravagan. Instant. Sorcery. They're going to have it here. I kind of like just doing it after this, right? Yeah, but that's risky though if they have like a bolt in hand to answer my Shepherd. Like now would be the safest time to do it. And like I feel like I don't really care about flashing it in against them all that much. I feel like I should do it now. It's safe, it gets rid of Delirium. Let's do it. Hey, how's it going, Magus of the Moon? Yeah, this is like a weird spot though. I feel like I'm usually not in with this deck, like ever. Attacking and blocking with creatures. When does that happen? Okay, yeah, it has to attack. But even so, they could still just like be waiting with a bolt. I feel like they can sequence it so they can counter the Endurance essentially. I don't know, I feel like the best aspect of Endurance for this deck is just being like a wall, just getting it down on the board. Like once it's in, it's like getting it into play is the scary part. Agreed, Panda. It's definitely has a learning curve to it, for me at least. Submerge. Oh shit. Yeah, Yeah, if I get to keep this Shepherd. We're still a mana short, though. And we're not going to draw a land either. We're going to draw another Endurance. Oh, they're going to hit my Endurance. Fuck. Yeah, now I think I definitely like the blocking line now. Your line in the end makes more sense. In hindsight. I don't know, I still don't feel too bad about this board state, though. Yeah, I think we just try and go aggro here, right? Earthside. Hopefully we get some good green spell. Try and make use of this Shepherd. It's not a green spell. Yeah, this thing is only a 4/4, but we can't attack, though. Was there a token there? I didn't see. And Submerge is definitely a problem, but I feel like we're kind of at a stalemate at this point, though. Definitely a bad swing for us, though. I was thinking about run afoul. It doesn't seem terrible. Yeah, I figure they were going to answer this thing pretty soon. I feel like they were being risky, just letting that thing stick around. More Murktides. We're almost there. We're going to take 8 here. This is not turning out the way I hoped. Just in time. Delver, bane of my existence. It's just so difficult. I made mistakes, though. It seemed possible to win that. I don't know, at that turn with, like, Probably just playing it out as a blocker might have been better. I don't know. Yeah, I was considering it. I don't know if it's too narrow or not, but I'd be down to try it though. Blocking Ragavan. Did I miss a block with it? I probably did. It seemed salvageable, that game. Like, the Delver matchup doesn't seem impossible. Like, it's difficult, but I think if I played it better, I don't feel like it's completely hopeless. Let's update these losses on my title. What's Plummet? I don't know what that card is. A creature with flying. Yeah, I saw Run Afoul in like Hogak, I think, because the deck that played it. Man, I don't know which loss is worse. The good matchup last round or like the Delver one? Probably the good matchup that didn't turn out. It's alright. Let's decide how we want to play. I'm going to do the challenge tomorrow. Do we want to run the same list back, or do we want to go back to like the Endurance main deck? I've been trying a couple different variations in leagues. I saw one of the lists that went undefeated in leagues basically cut a 4th map in order to squeeze the 4th Endurance in. I couldn't say for sure if I preferred having map as the 4 of or Endurance in the 75. But that was like an option at least. Yeah, if I could reach 6 mana, I would have a plethora of options. But yeah, prime time's going to happen if that's the case. Is Archon? Oh, Archon is 3-2. I hope we don't play against Archon, because I lose to Archon very often now. When you switch from Dredge to Delver, I feel like the into-play Archon matchup just kind of flipped on its head. It's a bummer. It's been fun though. Appreciate everybody watching the stream. Started out so nice, and then yeah. But yeah, tomorrow 8 a.m. Mountain Time. I'm gonna take another go at it. I mean, that time I won the challenge on Sunday, I think I was like 64th place on the Saturday challenge. So a day makes a difference. That matchup was terrible. I've been having fun for the most part this stream. I do need to play better though. Yeah, there's always a learning curve with this deck for me even. Especially these new cards like Endurance. That's part of the challenge of the deck. I'll like learn what I need to for the deck, but yeah, I also have not gotten sleep like I normally don't do on Fridays, so but still. Yeah. Let's just do this let's just finish strong the last round. Yeah, that 4th round like sucks, losing to Miracles. But it is what it is. Hi, Rinker. Thanks for following. I guess thankfully we didn't play against any of the combo matchups, which is basically the reason I made the switch I did today. We could run this back tomorrow, or we could just go back to the Endurance main deck, Mindbreak Traps. I kind of feel like trying this again, the one today. The meta. We've had 4 good matchups over 5 rounds. And we lost one of the good ones, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know how often you see Back to Basics be main deck. I think it was definitely more of a thing when Snowco was like the top deck. I feel like I haven't seen it all that often recently, but yeah, it's definitely worse than Blood Moon, for sure. But yeah, the hope is that this Shepherd can help ensure the Force of Vigors endurances don't get countered against like Omni or Doomsday, respectively. Which, when I was running Shepherd a long time ago, it did do the trick for like the Force of Vigors at least. At least marginally improved the matchup. It's a decent like other hurdle to throw in the way of those decks. And especially now that we like have an answer to Doomsday, I kind of wanted to try this ever since I became convinced of Endurance. I feel like it's worth testing out at least. Maybe these Veils just should be more like Mindbreak Traps, though. I would definitely Green Sun for it in the specific matchups. No, I haven't tried Saga yet. I'm definitely willing to try it in some leagues, but yeah, I need to brew. I need to figure out what I'd cut to try it out at least, even. Yeah, Doomsday. I feel like I run into Doomsday fairly quite a bit. When you see like those like MTG top 8 like metagame percentages, I think it says like Doomsday is like 1%. I feel like more than 1 in 100 of my games is against Doomsday. Alright, let's just try and finish in this top 16. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching the stream today. We run it back tomorrow. Maybe even play some modern Legacy, modern post. Yeah, there's some great Doomsday pilots. I wouldn't cut main deck Karakas. Maybe Maze. Amulet Titan Legacy version? I don't know what this deck is. There's an Amulet Titan in Legacy. I remember there was that Primetime Stompy deck, maybe like a year ago at this point. I thought that was pretty cool. More busted than Modern Titan. Man. Yeah, I kind of want to run the same list back again. I do like having the full set of Endurance. That was one card I wanted to have like up to 4 of. And I do like the Shepherd to potentially help that plan out for Doomsday. We're just gonna try this one. Oh, the Wombo combo one. I think I did see something. I saw him mention this. Man, what a stud. I'll look at this later. Uh-oh. Cheerios? Artifact deck? No idea. Kind of scary, though. We just try and do our thing. Alright. I am intrigued. Can't hate this. Phyrexian Walker, Darksteel Citadel, Emry, and Lotus Petals. Ooh. Definitely play that out. I saw Julian was like streaming like a Cheerios deck the other day with like Culling the Week. I think that was the first time I saw the card in Legacy. And we have a local AZ guy too that'll play these kind of wonky combo decks as well. Remember him playing the card? I think we ramped to this card. Yeah, usually there'd be like an Urza and an Echo of Aeons, and we'd be dead then. And it's still mysterious, like, what this is. Like, what's in this deck. Man, they really want their Lotus Petals. Should I be worried? One, 4. Nah, I call your bluff. What could they possibly do? Unless there's some instant speed artifact. That was sly. Oh yeah, it's a good call, Slasher. You're right. Let's see how colorless Eldrazi do against colorless artifacts. I think these are the two best cards. Okay. If this was post forward, I probably would have thought about getting Tabernacle and trying to take them off all their mana. That's pretty nasty too. Alright, I think we just want this Force of Vigor Tabernacle here. Probably just map. Maybe one Endurance is worth having just to search up and clear the grave. Even more, possibly. How likely are they to have counter spells, do you think? They didn't show really any blue other than Emry. I bet they don't have forces. Maybe they have Chalice, though. Yeah, Excavator. Unless they might possibly have Wasteland. I have no idea, really. Nothing could... Anything could, like, surprise me. Or nothing could surprise me, essentially. more cuts. Yeah, I don't think we... Let's just hope we don't need Excavator. Yeah, the Lotus Petals suggest there's probably Chalice, or... And we saw no 1-drops. Exactly what you're saying, yeah. Alright, I'll do 61. 61 is fine. I like it. I like the Force of Vigor and Tabernacle. Yeah, if they play any creatures at all, it'll just be Tabernacle, first land. Ooh, hope they play another artifact out. Yes. I think I like killing these two. Slasher, wait, Slasher. Why? Explain yourself. Like, I believe you for sure. Forcing Urza Saga with trigger. Okay. Like, what am I missing here? Oh, damn. That's unfortunate. I think they got the worst end of that, though. Yeah, sorry, Slasher. I know it's your card, but... Well, hopefully we get some lands. Some lands that make some mana. Nettle Cyst. The Vomit. Alright. Yeah, I guess that's true. It probably would have just been better to do it as late as possible. Yeah, definitely considering that Once Upon a Time draw. This is much more explosive now. Now we see what they're doing. 7. Yeah, we're playing Chasm out. We got some time, but we have to draw into some stuff. Yeah, Maze of Ith would be great here. Like, even just another Cloudpost. Oh, shit. You can take the seat, right? Yeah. Any green source, we can just start fighting off crop rots. Alright. We're close to just being able to win now, I feel like. If we sack the right things. Wait, let's think about this. If we get Yavimaya here, we just have the primetime mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's just do that. Let me just scour this real quick. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, it's great, man. Best land for the deck in like forever. I think we just win next turn now. You can take Citadel. Let's see, we'll crop right away the Chasm on upkeep. Yeah, I think we're good. They have one card in hand. It's Cloudpost. Let's get a Glimmerpost. Just in case there's something weird. We attack, get Karakas Locust. That helps a little bit too, even. Attack you. That was a nice turnaround. I thought we were like definitely going to be dead. Never give up on the post deck. Alright. At least we finished 4-2. Try and salvage the best of a disappointing situation. Thank you, Slaterade. Yeah, hopefully tomorrow goes smoother. Man, sometimes it goes like that. Starts well, then turns bad. It's okay, though. Hey, thank you, Nicholas the Cage. Yeah, thanks for all the follows today, everybody. Appreciate it. Being the end of the challenge there, I think that's going to be the end of the stream. Yeah, what do we think about this Shepherd? Do you guys want to try it out again in any capacity, or are we... I kind of want to try in case we face the combo matchups. Our big three, if you will. I like the possibility of Shepherd enhancing these cards a bit. I mean, Mindbreak Trap is a more, like, all-around combo answer card, but, like, how often does Trap work against, like, Doomsday and Omni, you know? Like, I kind of want to, like, just try this out at least one more time. So, yeah, we'll probably just run this back again tomorrow. The only other thing I might possibly change... Maybe these Veils just could be Mindbreak Traps or something else entirely, even. But I kind of like just them adding to the redundancy of, like, Shepherd, kind of just doing the same thing. I don't think we want to overboard these Veils against, like, fair blue decks. But, yeah, I'll probably run this back again the same way. But yeah, there's probably lots of great streamers now. You have a modern showcase to watch with people. Oh, Archon's streaming. Yeah, let's raid Archon. But yeah, I hope to see you all tomorrow. 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Everybody, take care. Have a good rest of your Saturday.